Welcome to the Game and Party channel. I'm Erica at Board Game Geek Con, and I have Nathan here with me from Aries Games.
Hi. I guess we're talking a little bit about what we've got going on here at BGG Con. So first off is our newest title with Lugnus Magnus, and it's called Dungeonology. It's a atypical dungeon crawler where you're essentially, instead of going through dungeons, hacking and slashing, you're actually grad students studying the dungeon and trying to write a thesis on it.
That is a very different take on the dungeon crawl theme.
Yeah. So, and it's you're getting undergrad students and using them to push forward into the dungeon. You potentially have to sacrifice them, and there's also it's player versus player. So you also have basically like like you're thieving their plagiarism. This college has no problem with plagiarism, and each character plays differently, has their own unique abilities. Some people move faster, some people are better at stealing, some people are better at information, and you're basically just expanding these tiles. So it's an expanded board game.
Okay, so the board grows as you play?
Yes, exactly, as you're laying down tiles. And it's going to get crazier and crazier the deeper you go, but you're going to get more and more information. Or you can wait for someone to make that deep step and then just steal it all from them.
Okay, so, there you go. You can always just steal everything.
Yeah, you always can just plagiarize. It has already an expansion, which adds 4 new scholars that all play differently as well, and we have these nice card sleeves that have all enough. Just one pack will get you to sleeve all your cards. And that's pretty much it for Dungeonology.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it's 4-player, plays in about an hour, and it's $70 MSRP, and the expansion is $35, and the card sleeves are $12 to $13.
Nice.
Yeah. Next one we've got is Ian Brody's Quartermaster General. For a lot of fans, and will already know this game because it had a first edition about 5-7 years ago. And Ian Brody was doing everything. He was producing it, making it, selling it, all that. He didn't really want to do that anymore. He just wanted to keep making content. So we're distributing this for him. And the second edition, it's the same core mechanics. So if you're already familiar with it, but if not, it's basically a card military World War II game where there's 2 teams. One plays the Allies and one's play the Axis. And you're basically just card drafting and playing cards to basically move your units. Now, what's kind of interesting about this is it's not about combat. It's actually about the quartermaster part. So it's about keeping your lines fueled, and you have to keep a way of resources from your base. So if somebody blows up a line from Germany to China, and they get a country like Turkey, then all the supplies, your units cannot fight there because they don't have any resources to gather. So that's kind of cool. It plays really, really fast because it's basically you're just playing a card, next country goes, play a card, and it goes in like 30-20 minutes depending on how fast you are.
Yeah, this is the one I'm most excited about. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I never saw the first edition in the wild, but I've heard good things about it. Like you said, you got that war game feel, and the quick playtime I think is what is going to appeal to a lot of folks.
And it also, what I personally like about it is all the countries are thematic in themselves. Okay. So like Italy is a very small power, so they have a smaller deck than, let's say, America. But Italy has more of support cards that help Germany, which has a larger deck, to power through. So each person kind of has its own play style, while as Japan is just all about expansion. Okay. Like playing cards and just literally spreading over the board all of their different units all over islands and stuff.
Yeah, I'm super excited to try that one personally.
Yeah, and this one is it's $50 MSRP, and yeah, like I said, it plays up to 6, which is cool, but it also plays great 2-player because you can play. Everyone will play all the countries, and it has like who will play what if you don't necessarily have 6 or 5. Okay. You know, some people will play 2 smaller decks while one person will play 1 bigger deck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the last thing I show, this is a prototype. This is a story-driven game that we're doing called Masters of the Night. The Kickstarter should launch in late January.
Okay.
So we still got some time on it.
So this is a sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak peek. So basically what it is you play a family of vampires that have entered this new city and is very weak. And so basically you're just trying to spread your power throughout the city and collect blood. There's all these different places that you can go to, like the nightclub and all these different places to gain materials. And you're basically trying to get enough power to overthrow the city. The issue is that there's vampire hunters in the city. Okay. So they're constantly adding new units to different spaces, and it's a very difficult game, but it's fully cooperative. So you're all working together to explore the city.
So you're the vampires, but you're playing against the game board as the vampire hunters? Okay,
yes, gotcha. and the AI is really cool because it's set all through these cards that you just flip, and then the tiles have a flip side that have things that correspond with.
Okay.
If this tile's here with this card, it could have an even greater bad effect or a not so bad effect depending on the position.
Gotcha. So, and what's the playtime on this one?
That one's going to be about an hour.
Okay, that's a good time. I like co-op, so I kind of fit in around that time frame.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate your time, Nathan. And can you share a convention tip with our viewers?
Get here early.
That's always good. Get here early.